Now on CoastTV News.
Lewes City Council takes on parking changes along Savannah Road, while local business owners say this move unfairly targets them and what it means for drivers.
Fenwick Island staple gets a new name, new owner, and new look.
It's going to be bittersweet.
How a lifelong employee is honoring Warren Station while making plans for the future.
Marijuana regulations taking shape in Milford, the restrictions, the opportunities, and what it means for you.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
The next steps from marijuana in Milford, what regulations and rules could go into effect tonight. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with the latest city to debate marijuana regulations.
Milford is poised to vote on rules that would allow the sale of the drug to a point. Coast TV News reporter and anchor Christina D. Robertis is live in Milford. Christina, a public hearing is happening right now.
Yeah, and Maddie, the council meeting just kicked off here at 6 o'clock. Now, Milford council members could make a key decision tonight on marijuana, and it's something that's been talked about here in the city for many months now, but tonight could determine a few things. The new rule would set specific guidelines for where and how these businesses can operate, and the city has been leaning toward allowing marijuana stores in highway commercial zones, but they must be 500 feet from schools, neighborhoods, and downtown businesses. Now, one Milford man we spoke with says these rules and guidelines are really key to keeping marijuana business safe and running smoothly in the city.
You just don't want, a weed store popping up every other house or business, and I think it should be regulated to the fact that you would need some sort of licensing or something in that venue.
And if council members vote to approve these guidelines tonight, they will go into effect in 10 days. And we'll have a lot more coming up on this public hearing tonight on Coast TV News at 11. Live in Milford, I'm Christina D. Robertis, Coast TV News.
Christina, thank you. Now let's see where some of the other towns on Delmarva stand. Georgetown, Milton, Millsboro, Ocean City, South Bethany, and Rehoboth Beach are just a few that have banned retail marijuana outright, but Lewes has been considering regulations to allow it. Not done there yet, but to see a full list, you can check out coasttv.com and search Weed Watch.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what restriction is the most important for marijuana businesses?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. 48% say school buffer and 32% say neighborhood distance. Now, these latter two have gotten more votes than they did at 5. Store hours and compassion centers, those are nonprofits where people get medical marijuana for like cancer patients. Those have gotten a little bit of the vote since 5.
Still running a distant third and fourth, but they've doubled their percentage. We'll see if these numbers change anymore. If you've got a strong feeling one way or the other, go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app, and we'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11. Site work on the new family court in Georgetown has paused due to all the bad weather. That is according to the town manager's report to town council. The report says site work is stopped until temperatures get above freezing.
Georgetown's town council is meeting at 7 to sign paperwork for a land purchased by Deltec that would be used for a new police department and public works building. Coast TV reporter Zakia Jennings shows us how the town is trying to address concerns on the location and the cost.
A piece of land full of trees will soon look like this display on your screen. This is the plan for the new Georgetown Police Department and Public Works building. The town requested $18 million for this project, a price that caused some to panic. The developer for these new facilities is the same developer that has new apartments and homes behind the Walmart. Mayor Bill West told Coast TV the projects would be paid for through impact fees. The impact fees come from the water and sewer that is being paid by the people who live in those properties.
That money will go right straight towards the purchase of this property that will make an outstanding police department and public works building.
The location across from Deltec was also a concern for some, but Georgetown Police Chief Ralph Holmes says it's ideal for his team and a growing town.
For the people that are working on the street in our police cars, who are the ones who are serving them, they are still out there. whether we're out across from Del Tech, or we're right here, or we're right on the circle.
Now, this area here behind me is nothing but trees, but this area has caused quite the conversation here in Georgetown, and that conversation continues tonight as Georgetown's Town Council prepares to move forward with the purchase of this land for the new police department and public works building. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
A 3-week winter break. It's over for kids. What you see now are school buses filling up the parking lot at Mariner Middle School, which is a part of the Cape Henlopen School District. All schools are reopened, and Cape says despite a delay today, it's going to start on time tomorrow.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Ocean City as we turn it over to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And it looks cold from that point of view. It looks cold in Ocean City from our Hershey's exterior point of view. It's just cold no matter what point of view you may have. We all have the same point of view. Well, isn't that how wonderful how weather brings us together, right? Well, we're going to be shivering together, too, because we're dropping down to 35. But listen, we have craft advisories that are in effect. They kick in by 11 o'clock tonight. And then we have gale wind warnings. That means we're going from 25-mile-per-hour winds to 40-mile-per-hour winds. And then just to add insult to injury, temperatures are going to drop into the teens. So now we're going to have wind chill factors, single digits. Maddie, in a moment, I'm just going to show you how cold we're going to get and why you need to grab that gigantic coat and keep it close by.
All right, Paul, thank you. Rehoboth is helping Lewis and Sussex County with wastewater needs. The city says a new partnership would offer a regional solution for wastewater management and allow the county and Lewis to utilize up to 5 million gallons per day of capacity in Rehoboth's wastewater outfall. And we have more on this story. There's a lot of history on the outfall if you're not familiar. It's at CoastTV.com.
We've covered U.S. Wind's plans for a wind farm off Ocean City's coast for years, and new tonight, Worcester County's opposition could land them in court. According to the county, U.S. Wind is threatening Worcester County with litigation. This comes after Worcester County made it known it was willing to use eminent domain to purchase 2 properties in the West Ocean City harbor. U.S. Wind has their eyes set on the same properties for an operations and maintenance facility.
We received a letter into December basically threatening litigation, hoping we'd reverse course over the eminent domain resolution that was passed at our previous meeting.
We will take all the legal avenues we can, but we'd still like to work with the county, and we're still open to working with them.
Now, this is important. U.S. Wind has not filed a lawsuit yet, but the company has requested all files from Worcester County, including emails and texts that relate to offshore wind. A wild scene in Lewes today after a car crashed into Surf Bagel. This was around 12:30 p.m. Delaware State Police say the 81-year-old Lewes woman who was driving the car, apparently she was trying to park. She hit the gas instead of the brake. The good news is that nobody was hurt.
And speaking of parking, it's a hot topic everywhere along the coast. And in Lewes, a debate continues on what to do on Savannah Road. There's a city council meeting happening right now, and Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live there. Emma, a decision could be made to ban parking on Savannah.
As David Jones fills a pint, he still sees the glass half empty. Jones doesn't have a good feeling about the Lewes City Council meeting that could determine how many parking spots his customers have. The City Council is looking at putting no parking signs and yellow curb painting from Savannah Road to Drake Knoll Road. The concern centers around bicycle safety, but the Lewes Brewing Company feels singled out.
Once we get busy in the summertime where we would need those parking places, it definitely will be hampering, business and people trying to get in here.
The shoulder I'm standing in now is 13 feet wide. A typical parking space is 8 feet wide and a typical bike lane is 4 feet. So the brewery argues there's plenty of room for bikers and drivers to share the road. Coast TV spoke with one person off camera who says she's in favor of the parking ban because she worries about bikers' safety. But Paul Dempsey says there are other options.
I understand with the bike riders, but you have the trail right there, they can use that.
a parking debate in Lewes pitting drivers, cyclists, and business owners at odds.
Now that was Emma Aiken reporting. The brewery also recently started a petition that has over 280 signatures wanting that space there on Savannah Road. So we'll be sure to follow up on that tonight and get that detail for you at 11. But we have a lot more news to get to at 6.
Including an update on a battered bridge in Milford, new safety measures going in.
And tomorrow morning, the temperatures will tumble into the teens. That's right, the teens. And that's not even the wind chill factor. It's a real deal. We'll have the details coming right up.
But first, a Fenwick icon rebranding what Warren Station restaurant is changing to when we're back in just 60 seconds.
Design a custom home that fits your unique style and budget with Accessible Home Builders. At Accessible, we provide you with a variety of customizable options to create the home of your dreams.
Accessible Builders provided us with a beautiful home.
Scott is full of ideas from his past experiences, and he really worked with us on all our custom asks and wants.
We would definitely recommend Accessible Builders.
Completely customize your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
When Pfeiffer's needed a custom solution for their serving windows, they turned to Clark & Sons. When the American Legion in Lewes faced a similar challenge, they also called Clark & Sons. From the smallest custom garage door you've ever seen to the bold, bright red doors of the new Ocean City Fire Department, Clark & Sons has the garage door for every need. For over 60 years, we've been the trusted choice across Delmarva, known for delivering top-notch craftsmanship and unmatched service. Call today for your free estimate. Clark & Sons, where quality meets trust.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Warren Station Restaurant has been running in Fenwick Island for decades.
But now the restaurant will be rebranding itself to The Station. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappé shows us what changes you can expect to see.
In 1960, Warren Johnson opened up the Warren's Family Restaurant in Fenwick Island. From there, ownership was handed over to Jeff Mumford in 1971, and then again to Jeff's son Scott Mumford in 1995. And 35 years after that, the keys are now being handed off to longtime employee Caroline Wetzelberger.
It's going to be bittersweet. I think the interaction with patrons and staff, that's going to be the part I will miss the most.
Wetzelberger has worked at the Warren Station restaurant since the age of 15. And after years of learning the ropes and taking on more and more responsibility, she will now become the owner.
This feels like home, it feels like family, it feels right, and right for the community.
With new ownership means new changes, with the first one being the name. What was Warren Station will now be called The Station. Along with this, renovations are being done inside to get a new look and also include a bar, something the restaurant has yet to have.
We want to keep the history of the building intact. We want to keep the legacy that the Mumford family has with the town and the community, and we want to pay respect to that.
All of the Mumfords have put their heart and soul into the restaurant, from running and remodeling the restaurant to helping the workers inside grow to be a better person for the future.
They still come back and say, we learned all we needed to learn. We had one.
It's okay.
And Scott Mumford can't wait for what's to come.
It's going from one family to another local family, and I think it's going to just continue to be a successful, special place for sure.
With renovations happening right now, you can expect the station to be open this spring. I'm Kevin Zappé in Fenwick Island, Coast TV News.
I figure it's too cold to even talk about golf. I mean, you should know better, right? But for the rest of us, hey, we're going to look at temperatures maybe 1 degree below freezing, but these winds are going to make it feel a lot worse than that. Your seriously cold forecast is next.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
This winter, raise a glass to quiet luxury with elevated looks from Ashley. During the New Year's Toast to Style sale, discover timeless rooms as low as $5.99. Plus, shop New Year's Hot Buys $5.99 and under. Only at Ashley in tax-free Del Mar in Millsboro, Delaware.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Ring in 2025 with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Right now, get 20% off materials, plus save 25% on your entire roofing project. Our expert team is dedicated to providing unmatched customer service and quality craftsmanship. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home and start the year strong. So don't miss out on the 2025 savings with 20% off materials and 25% off your entire roofing project. Visit SpicerBros.com or call now to schedule your free consultation. Make Spicer Brothers your New Year's resolution because you deserve the best.
In 1925, a simple bank ledger began journaling the transactions of life in Willards, Maryland. New houses, barns, and farm equipment. Growing families and businesses both big and small. A record through time of hardship and prosperity. 100 years ago, the founding of the Farmers Bank of Willards was vital to the town. 100 years later, banking has changed, but the Farmers Bank remains steadfast in its original mission, keeping and reinvesting millions of dollars right here for the benefit of our communities.
So I work in the hospitality business, or even being a neonatal nurse. It's very important for me to have a great smile.
Business, it's all about connections and talking to people.
It just means so much to have a smile and being able to lift those sick people or people that aren't in the best situation.
When I'm receiving my customers, I can receive them with a beautiful smile.
Let's get started.
Your first consult is free. You know, a smile goes so far.
Call Tillman Orthodontics for your free consult.
This new year, get more rest and less stress during Furnitureland's New Year mattress sale. Save up to 25% off select mattress brands like Serta, Nectar, and Lisa. Plus, get fast, free delivery only at Furnitureland. In style, in stock, in your home today.
Start your new year off right with a brand new bathroom with Coastal Bath Company. We're the only Bathlanded dealer on Delmarva with the Good Housekeeping seal. Plus, we have a 2-year money-back guarantee.
I would hands down recommend Coastal Bath. There's no one better.
Coastal Bath gave us a beautiful walk-in shower.
Save $2,025 off your new acrylic bath system. Plus, no payments and no interest until 2026.
Call today for a free in-home estimate. Local and family-owned. Coastal Bath.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Well, since we're keeping positive vibes alive in 2025, I have good news and news we might need to work with. No such thing as bad news, right? First of all, the good news, it's going to be a sunny day for tomorrow morning. And what we're going to have to work with is having the opportunity to wear our brand new winter or Christmas coat. How's that? Because Boardwalk Plaza right now, we're at 37 degrees and we're plenty chilly for right now, and we'll drop to 34 with clear skies. This morning, we started off at 17 degrees in Georgetown, 19 in Cambridge, as well as Salisbury, and we're going to get even cooler. Just for the record, so you'll know, 17 is not near the record, well below the 29, which is the norm. 0, by the way, was the record set, 1981. We have gale wind warnings that's going to kick in for Tuesday night going into Wednesday. Now, I bring this up because temperatures are expected to drop dramatically. And when you have gale wind warning, which is talking about 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts along all the beaches, that's going to make any temperature feel about 10, 15, maybe even 20 degrees colder. 36 right now in Redden, Milton, Delmar, and in Seaford. And so now we've got to talk about wind chills. This is a quick reminder. Here's a quick tutorial. Now remember, our bodies lose heat through convection. However, with little to no wind, a layer of that heat remains to keep us warm with no wind. So at this point, 20 degrees feels like, well, 20 degrees. When winds pick up, we're still at 20 degrees, it breaks up that insulating warm air that we have naturally around our bodies. So with a 20 mile per hour wind at 20 degrees, it can feel, well, it helps with speed of heat loss in our body, so it feels much colder, like 4 degrees. Now, why would the weatherman bring that up specifically? Because here's tomorrow morning. It's going to feel like 9, Ellendale, Georgetown, Millsboro, Selbyville. All right, hold on to your hats. Here we go. Here's the haymaker, all right? You ready? It's going to feel like 3. Wednesday. Oh, my co-anchors are gasping. Well, let's just get this over with. That's Wednesday and that's Thursday, okay? So we have Pete and repeat on this code for Wednesday and for Thursday. I still hope you're my friends. Even on Friday, we're still going to be at about 11. And I might have to adjust that to single digits before it's all said and done. Since that was so shocking, I'm going to go ahead and end the forecast now. 23 degrees for tonight. And then for tomorrow, 33. But remember, we start off in the teens. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. And as you would probably guess, yeah, it's going to be really cold because we're talking about 19, 15, 21, which is still going to feel like the teens. We'll have a little rain on Saturday. It'll be just warm enough to avoid that. And then next week, well, when I show you the 10-day forecast, let's just say keep the coats handy.
All right, Paul, thank you. The city of Milford says a new warning system called clankers is being installed at the Mispillion Bridge now. This comes after the bridge was hit multiple times by trucks that were simply too tall. Clankers warn the drivers that their vehicle is too big before it hits the bridge literally.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. All local NFL teams are coming off playoff victories over the weekend. Philadelphia will take on the winner of the Vikings and Rams game tonight in their divisional playoff round. But the Eagles starting linebacker Nakobe Dean is out for the rest of the season after tearing the patellar tendon in his left knee on Sunday. It's likely that Oren Burks will continue to replace Dean after Burks' 5 tackles and a forced fumble on special teams in the opening of Sunday's game. And plans are underway to build a new arena in South Philly for the 76ers and Flyers, with opening set for 2031 when their lease expires at the Wells Fargo Center. This comes after plans to build a $1.3 billion arena in downtown fell through. And tune in now to DSN for the 6-1 Cambridge South Dorchester boys basketball squad taking on 5-2 Colonel Richardson in our game of the night, plus other live games streaming tonight on DSN+. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Soaring Over the Shore is sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
With delicious food, beautiful artwork, and waterfront tranquility, downtown Milford is the heartbeat of this hometown. Connecting Kent and Sussex counties, downtown Milford is a place for community. Family-owned shops line Front Street, art galleries, restaurants, and small businesses make this small town economy thrive. The Riverwalk hosts waterfront dining, festivals, and recreation, bringing people together even as Milford sprawls miles outward. Milford got its name from the mill at the crossing of the Mispillion and now is called the Gateway to Southern Delaware, a center point of connection for those who live here, pass through, and visitors from both near and far.
Hi, I'm Tommy K. Morse.
And I'm Tom Morse. We are your local family-owned roofing contractor serving Sussex County, providing long-lasting, dependable roofs, roof repairs, storm damage restoration, insurance claims assistance, and complete roof replacements.
For more information, give us a call at 302-663-0042 or visit us on the web.
There's good.
There's better.
And then there's Morse.
For 150 years, Ocean City, Maryland has been somewhere to smile about. From our beautiful beaches to our iconic boardwalk, we've been creating memories that last a lifetime, whether you're chasing the perfect wave, a hole-in-one, or a sunset stroll. Celebrate our 150th anniversary with 150 days of celebrations, special events, and deals all year long. Book now and save in 2025 at ococean.com/150. Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere to smile about.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Hard workers need tough gear. Vernon Powell has the toughest and most comfortable workwear in the business. Work boots that work hard, like Timberland Pro, Carolina, and Red Wing, to Carhartt and Darn Tough socks. Only at Vernon Powell in Salisbury and Rehoboth.
A wet crawl space is a lurking hazard, inviting mold, rot, and structural worries. The answer is Brazier's Crawl Space Encapsulation. Our specialist tailors the solution to your exact crawl space. Our expert team cleans and upgrades your crawl space into a pristine, protected environment, and we only use April Air dehumidifiers. Reliable and robust, complete with a 5-year warranty. Take the first step to a drier, safer home. Call Brazier's or visit our website. Your peace of mind is just one call away.
Now it's time for Roofer of the Day. Led by Tyler Hershey, the crew at Hershey Exteriors came out with a strong game plan. It all started with excellent coverage, highlighted by an equipter and protective netting. But Hershey didn't stop there. When they spotted any openings in the roof, boom! They closed the gaps, keeping the home safe from any leaks. And they provide a free Golden Pledge warranty that's backed by GAF. Now that's a game changer. If you need a roof, I'd go with Hershey Exteriors, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Coverage on the road, along the coast, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Start the new year by adding value and function to your kitchen.
No cabinet tear-out needed.
With Paul Davis, skip the hassle of a full remodel and get your dream kitchen now.
We reface your cabinets with 5 layers of high-quality hardwood and your choice of color.
That's new doors, drawers, and hardware, all for half the cost of a full remodel.
Completed in as little as 3 days.
Right now, get half off labor, a free microwave, and pay as little as $100 per month. Call now to beat the spring rush.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
The cold is sticking around. In fact, in Laurel, we're holding at about 34 degrees, but we'll drop to 32 with clearing skies. We have windy conditions all around the entire Delmarva Peninsula, so let's keep that in mind. We won't need an umbrella until maybe this weekend, but Vivian Allen's our umbrella winner. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. You can keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law offices of Brogstead, Mandalas, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at this 10-day forecast. I mentioned that even next week's going to be colder. We're cold this week, and then next week, next Tuesday, looks like a high of 26 and a low of 18. I'm just saying, keep that coat handy.
All right, Paul, thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.